Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Edmond J. Safra Hall at the Museum of Jewish Heritage. My name is Sydney Yeager, and I'm the Public Programs Coordinator here at the museum. It's wonderful to have all of you here today, including those of us joining us through the live stream. I would like to thank the Center for Traditional Music and Dance for co-sponsoring this event with the museum. We're so excited to have Sarah Aroeste with us this afternoon. She recently released a new album, Monastir, which celebrates the Jewish legacy of Monastir in Macedonia, where Sarah's family settled after leaving Spain due to the Alhambra decree. Sarah is helping to lead the revival of Ladino music, which is such an important part of Jewish heritage. It is an honor to have her perform at the museum today. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Sarah Aroeste and Shai Bachar to the stage.
It's a new week.
Bendizir por vino, borei peria geffen, goler la canela, borei mini besamim, ver la luz, borei mi oreish, Shabbat ya pasó, buena.
Thank you everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm performing on a stage in front of people. The last did this. It was March 7th of 2020 when Shai and I were in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we have waited for this day for a really, really long time. So thank you everyone who is here in person and for everyone who is out in the ether watching this live stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are here with love in our hearts and in our souls for live music and for the stories that we tell through them. This next song feels really important to me today. It's about giving birth. And I feel like after this year and this beautiful album I'll be talking about as we go along, it really feels like I've given birth to new music even through these difficult times. And I want to share a song, part of the Ladino tradition of cantigas de paridas, which are birth songs. And in this song, the mother says, "Oh, what 9 months I've had. A son was born, his face like the moon." And the people come out and they say, "Long live the child's mother with her newborn." The midwife says, "Push, push." And the parents say, "Oh God, deliver this baby." And the parents say, "Amen, amen." Here comes the child's father with all the guests. When a woman hundreds of years ago in these small villages in the Balkans gave birth, the entire town came out to celebrate. They brought food, they brought coins, they brought fish. And it was a big celebration. Long live the child's mother with her newborn. This is the very first song off of my new album, Monastir.
Hoy que mueve meses, passatis districture, mus nacion fijo di carri di lune, bivi la su creature. Quando la comadre disi dali, 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 disi la paride, oh Dio escapami. Disi la suggendi, amen, 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 amen. Ya viene il parido con los convidados, en la mano trae restandi ducados, en la otra mano trae un buen pescado. Ya viene el parido a los pies de la cama, dice la paride, hoy no comí nada, presto si li traighi, gainan sondiade, oh che bien pino rivridado, mus pive il pari
Thank you. So, Sephardim, no matter where we are in the world, we are united by our historical memory and by the language of Ladino. Ladino is this beautiful, beautiful language that not enough people know about. It is Castilian Spanish at its root, 15th century Spanish, mixed in with bits and pieces of many other languages across the Mediterranean. You might hear some French, some Italian, some Portuguese, some Greek, some Turkish, some Arabic, and of course, Hebrew. It's a beautiful pan-Mediterranean language that combines the best of so many different textures and cultures. And even today, over 500 years after the Inquisition, Sephardim are united through this inexplicable bond. And I want to sing a song that is sort of like our anthem, called Arvoles. Trees weep for rain, and mountains for air, just as my eyes weep for you, my love. And I turn and I ask myself, in foreign lands, I will surely die. This song may have been written hundreds of years ago and was adapted by the Sephardic community. It may have been a song even that goes as far back as the Crusades, when a boy was going off to war and was singing a goodbye love song to his loved ones back home, knowing that he would die in foreign lands. Fast forward to World War II, when a group of Sephardic Jews, the famous Coro Saloniki, reinterpreted this song. So no longer was it a song about a boy and a girl, but it was a love song of the Sephardic people and their homeland. They knew that in foreign lands, while they were in Auschwitz, they would not be coming home. But they changed the last verse and they made it redemptive. Ven verás, veremos en el amor que nos tenemos, ven nos aunaremos. Come, you will see. Together, united, we will one day be together again. Árboles. Árboles lloran por lluvias y montañas por aire. Ansí lloran los mis ojos por ti. Ansí lloran los mis ojos por ti, querida amante. Torno y digo que va a ser de mí. Yo me voy a morir.
Blanca sos, blanca vistes, blanca la tu figura, blancas flores caen de ti, de la hermosura, blancas flores caen de ti, de la hermosura. Torno y digo, ¿qué va a ser de mí? Dirás ajenas, yo me voy a morir. Ven verás, ven verás, ven y verás, veremos el amor que hemos tenemos, vemos aún haremos el amor que hemos tenemos, vemos aún haremos. Torno y digo, ¿qué va a ser de mí? Dirás ajenas, yo me voy a morir. Torno y digo, ¿qué va a ser de mí? Dirás ajenas, yo me voy a morir.
Thank you. This next song is one of the first songs I ever wrote. You're going to be hearing today a mixture of songs, some very traditional songs and also some more contemporary ones. And this one is called Chica Morena and is about the iconic dark-haired Sephardic girl. This song is somewhat autobiographical because it's about a girl who, after leaving Spain, has been searching and wandering the earth ever since just to find her way home. And she listens to the voice of her ancestors to find her way back into the garden of her mother and the homeland of her ancestors, which it truly is what my last 2 decades has been about. While I sing this song, you will be watching some video footage behind me of my own family in the Balkans in the 1930s before World War II. In the video, you will see my grandparents who got married in the United States and returned to Macedonia, or rather Monastir, where my family is from, and Salonika, Greece. Now, many of you might know the story that Monastir and Salonika had the highest percentages, not the highest number, but the highest percentages of the Jewish community massacred during the Holocaust. 98% of my family's hometown of Monastir, 98% of the Jewish population was killed. Luckily, my grandparents, after their honeymoon in Europe with these stops in the Balkans, returned to the US. Sadly, the rest of the family members you will see in this video stayed behind and did not survive. So this song I wrote for them to always honor and remember their voices as I connect with my own homeland.
Sola chica morena, la de cabellos largos, la de los ojos duros, ama de corazón contente. Tengo más de 1000 años y atravesando mares y fronteras, un día donaré a mi tierra el calor de mi madre me espera. Morena me llaman, blanca yo nací, y pasear galana mi color perdí. Morena me llaman, blanca yo nací, y pasear galana mi color perdí. Sola chica morena, a los reyes he seguido, subido escaleras de oro, casado con el mundo y vivido, pisado los pies de mis hijos y las manos de mis hermanos, siguiendo la voz de mis padres, a topar la puerta de mi madre. Morena me llaman, blanca yo nací, pasear galana mi color perdí. Morena me llaman, blanca yo nací, pasear galana mi color perdí. Morena me llaman, blanca yo nací, de pasear galana mi color perdí. Morena me llaman, blanca yo nací. De pasear galana mi color perdí. La 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 la
Thank you. So this album, Monastir, is my love song to my family's heritage. And out of such sadness, we can create such joy. And especially looking this past years, we have to create joy out of all of this sadness. And so this song, Yo la quería, I want to honor because it's a song that is actually known throughout the Balkans in the Ladino speaking community. But the version I'm going to sing was arranged by the son of the last rabbi of Monastir. Moritz Romano, he arranged this song, and so the lyrics are unique. The Ladino lyrics are unique to this one city of Monastir, which is how we've framed this album. All of the songs on this album are unique to that one city. And on the album, we have a very special guest who sings this song, the great Israeli superstar, Yaram Gaon. He is the singer, the featured singer of this song, but I hope I will do him justice by singing the song today. And the lyrics say, I loved her more than my own life. I loved her even more than her own mother loved her. And since then, I pass through the world remembering that cherished love. And even though this song was about a boy and a girl, for me it is remembering my love of Monastir.
Yo la quería más que mi vida, más que su madre, la amaba yo. Y desde entonces que voy por el mundo con el recuerdo de mi amor. Una mañana de por invierno en mis brazos ella murió. Y desde entonces que voy por el mundo con el recuerdo de mi amor. ¿Dónde estás, corazón? Yo no puedo palpitar esta grande dolor, no lo puedo soportar. Yo querría llorar, mas no tengo más llanto. La querría yo tanto y se fue para nunca más tornar. yo no puedo palpitar esta grande dolor, no la puedo soportar. Yo quería llorar, mas no tengo más llanto. La quería yo tanto y se fue para nunca más tornar. La quería yo tanto y se fue para nunca más tornar.
Shai Bachar on piano. I have a very, very strong belief that the way that we will keep our traditions alive are by sharing stories, especially with our young ones. Working with children is one of my life's greatest joys and sources of pride. In this next song, you are going to hear a sound clip of a kindergarten class in Monastir, which, by the way, today is known as Bitola in North Macedonia. The first sound you will hear is of my 103-year-old cousin, one of the 2% who survived the war in Monastir. And you will hear her singing a Ladino finger riddle on my daughter's arm. And then you will hear this kindergarten class in Monastir that we had the joy of recording March 14th of 2020, singing a song about this woman here, Sarah Aroeste. Sarah Aroeste was a Jewish partisan soldier who was shot down in action in 1944, fighting the Bulgarian army as a resistance fighter. Fast forward 98 years, let's call it 100 years after Sarah Aroeste's birth in 1923, this kindergarten class sings as their school anthem a song for Sarah Aroeste, and it says, "For you we sing, for you we laugh, for you we dream and live happily. Sarah Aroeste, you are our patron for respect and glory. You are our star, clean and shiny, clear sun and bright secret." So these non-Jewish children in Monastir today are singing their love and honor for this Jewish hero from yesteryear. So we did not want to sing this song for you. You need to hear these kids. But immediately following, we are going to sing a song, one of the most beautiful Ladino lullabies called Durme Durme. And it is about protecting our kids. It is about watching your loved ones as they sleep. You know, that calm that comes over their faces. And as you watch them, your soul, your alma, actually hurts. You feel pain in your heart because you don't want anything bad to ever happen to them. And isn't that what we all wish for our children and our loved ones? We just want them to feel safe and secure and healthy. Here we go.
La pulicocò, mamava ir al mulino, va a traer un bullico. Este deșuiate-do, este deșunote-do, este deșuiate-do, este deșunote-do, este deșuiate-do. E toți le va comer por aquí, por aquí, por aquí, por aquí.
Siente, hermosa doncella, siente, hermosa, mis males cantar. Siente, hermosa, mis males cantar. Duerme, duerme, hermosa doncella. Duerme, duerme, sin ansia y dolor. Duerme, duerme, sin ansia. Thank you. So from Estrella Mara, we go to one of my other heroes, Sephardic heroes. I love a powerful Sephardic woman. And you all should know about Dona Gracia Nasi if you don't know about her already. She was one of the most remarkable women of Renaissance Europe. She was a converso, a woman whose family from Portugal had converted to Christianity to avoid the Inquisition, but in fact, they kept their Judaism very much alive inside their homes. Gracia was widowed at a very young age as a single mother. She inherited such a great wealth and a fleet of ships. What did she do with that wealth? She risked her life, and she saved hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fellow Sephardic Jews who were escaping the Inquisition. And she settled them in the Ottoman Empire. And for that, I am standing here on this stage today. So Shai and I just completed our 5th album recording together, but our very first album project over 10 years ago was called Gracia, and this is a song for her, a thank you, a gracias for the great Dona Gracia. Here we go. Gracia, tú nos das vida, tú nos das esperanza, tú nos das bravura, tú nos das fuerza, tú nos das feucia. Dicha, tú nos das voz, tú nos das inspiración, tú nos das estima, tú nos das valor, tú nos das admiración. Porque ti tenemos honor pleto, efecto, porque ti soportamos con poder altas respecto. Unos tienen las hechas, otras la fama las tienes en juntas. Otras la fama las tienes en juntas. Tú nos das gracia, tú nos das vida, tú nos das esperanza, tú nos das bravura, tú nos das fuerza. Tú nos das felicidad, porque ti tenemos honor pleto, efecto, porque ti soportamos con poder altos respecto. Unos tienen las hechas, otros la fama las tienes en juntas. Otras la fama las tienes en juntas. Tu måstes dicha, tu måstes voz, tu måstes inspiración, tu måstes estima, tu måstes valor, tu måstes admiración, tu måstes. Tu måstes.
All right, are you guys ready to join in on some songs? So this song has a very catchy chorus. You'll hear a lot of tra-la-la-la-las, and if you feel so inclined, please join in. In the meantime, there's a really fun rhythm I'm going to teach you. This is a 7/8 rhythm, which is very common in the Balkans. Shai. Great job. So the way this song is going to work, this is the same rhythm all throughout, and I'm going to do my best while I'm not singing to help you with that rhythm. Now, this song is one of my favorite songs on the Monastir album. We had a wonderful Macedonian sing this song, and it is in Macedonian. This is not Ladino, this is Macedonian, but it is about the Jewish community. So this is a song about a man who's a bachelor, and he's bored one day, and he goes walking down the streets of Monastir, and he finds himself in a Jewish neighborhood. And he sees a beautiful Sephardic girl, and he goes over to her, and he's flirting, and he asks her if she has any interest in becoming Slavic. But we don't know exactly what happens, but I just think this is an amazing example of music prior to World War II, where you can really see how the different communities lived side by side. So this is called Edno vreme si bev ergen.
Edno vreme si bev ergen, emna botta sinemav. Edno vreme si bev ergen, emna botta sinemav. Trai la 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 la, emna botta sinemav. Trai la 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 la, emna botta sinemav. Pasi tugna na prosjetka vobitola. Pasi tugna na prosjetka vobitola. Traj la 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 la, na prosjetka vobitola. Traj la 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 la, na prosjetka vobitola.
He finds himself in the Jewish neighborhood now.
Na prosjetka vobitola, nis evrejski ti mali. Na prosjetka vobitola, nis evrejski ti mali. Traj la 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 la, nis evrejski ti mali. Traj la 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 la, nis evrejski ti mali. Tansi sretna mom evrejka, soko si rastureni. Tansi sretna mom evrejka, soko si rastureni. Traj la 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 la, soko si rastureni. Traj la 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 la, soko si rastureni. Monastir project is that we enlisted over 30 musicians from across the world. Most of the musicians were from Macedonia and Israel, but we really wanted to bring together as many participants as possible to celebrate the music and the stories of this beloved, beloved city. There are no more Jews left in Monastir, and in Macedonia there are about 200 or so in the capital of Skopje. But with this album, we hope that many, many more people will learn about the Jewish history of the Balkans, which is still so unknown, especially about Monastir. I want to share with you a very personal song that I wrote on this album called Mi Monastir, My Monastir, and I wrote it entirely based on the memories of my 103-year-old cousin Rochelle and my grandfather who was born in that beautiful city. As I sing, you're going to see some images. See my grandfather as a child wearing his fez. You'll see my papu, my great-great-grandfather. You will see our houses, the houses of the Aroeste family in Monastir. You'll see pictures of my cousin Rochelle as a young woman walking down the streets of Bitola with her friends and family, carefree. And most poignantly, you will see a picture of a mezuzah. On March 11th, 1943, all the Jews of Monastir were rounded up and taken to Treblinka. My cousin Rochelle's family, they were all taken. Rochelle survived because she was hidden in the trunk of a car and taken to Albania, where she lived with a Muslim family throughout the war. But on March 11th, the Christian neighbor saw the mezuzah on my cousin's house and knew how beloved a mezuzah was and took it in the hopes that one day she would be able to return it to the family. And indeed, years later, she found Rochelle and gave it back to her. I have held this mezuzah, and you will see it as I sing.
Tus criaturas te honoran, respiramos tus colores, aspirando tornar, guardamos tus voces, aspirando tornar. Monastir, tráeme a casa, donde las calles me aman, las estrellas me hablan, las memorias me cantan. Te veía logitus e sempre tan alto. Monastir trae mia case, onde las calles me aman, las estrellas me hablan, las memorias me cantan. Tu alma es por alegría, mismo las flores vienen contigo, cusqueándonos con cuentos, con la cabot para ti, apreciando los momentos, con la cabot para ti. In mittino veio una fez, una croce, una mezuzá, buena sabiduría y tzedaka, un de mis glanas sos, tu monasterio. Monastir trae mia case, onde las calles me aman, las estrellas me hablan, las memorias me cantan, las memorias me cantan.
My heart also is with Shai Bachar tonight. He has seen me through so much of my musical journey. And this is the first time we are performing this music from this album, so it's really, wow. So now I'm going to need some help. We are coming to the end of our set, and the last few songs, we have some audience participation. And I know we're wearing masks, but I hope that you will be able to sing loud and proud behind them. For me, so much of Ladino and Sephardic music is a marriage of sounds and languages and cultures. And so I literally want to sing a song about a marriage. Scala de Oro is one of the most famous and beloved Ladino wedding songs. And it's got a really fun chorus, which you will see on the screen. And in short, it goes like this. Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. And it's going to repeat many times, and I will make it very clear when to sing with me and when to stop. And in short, it says, we've come to see, may the bride and groom, may they have joy and prosper and be very happy. There's just only one problem with this, to use a Yiddish word, shidduch. The bride, she has no money. She has no dinero. But even so, we laugh it off and we have a grand old time, and weddings, just like Ladino music, are meant to be participatory. So I hope that you will sing along. Here we go.
Scala rica de oro, y de marfil, para que suba la novia a dar kiddushim.
Okay, get ready.
Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. Again, venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. La novia no tiene dinero, la novia no tiene dinero, que mos tengan más al bueno, que mos tengan más al bueno.
Okay, get ready.
Here we go. Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. La novia no tiene condado, la novia no tiene condado, que mos tengan más al alto, que mos tengan más al alto. Do dioran le ganó, le arrugó besama, le hitan le simbanedir, velifros aleja su cachelamo. Abiriana salo, hamelech shelamo, beyom chatunato, uvyom simchat libo. ישמח חתן עם לב קלה, לקחלו, לגורלו, ותאמר למעללו, אשרי העם שככה לו. Get ready! Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien. Venimos a ver, y gocen y logren y tengan mucho bien.
All right, so now it's all up to the kids. It's all up to the kids. Shai and I, together we've got, well, not together, but we have 4 kids between us. And they have kept us on our toes. Awake. And that's what we need for this next song. It's called Hora de Despertar. It's time to wake up. So we are going to sing this children's song, which is part of our 2016 project. Whew, time flies when you have kids. Which I wrote this whole album. It's original songs for kids in Ladino, because I wanted to make sure that my own children would have Ladino as part of their
pride and musical culture while they were kids. So we're going to sing this song together, which is a kid's song about all the rituals for waking up in the morning, but adults, it's got a whole other meaning for you. Hora de despertar. It is time to wake up. There are so many beautiful parts of the Jewish tradition out there. And if this was your first encounter with Ladino and Sephardic music, welcome. Thank you for waking up to this tradition. But we have a lot more work to do. We have a lot more spreading of Ladino joy that we can all do before it's too late. This tradition will fade away if we don't continue to teach it to our children. So with that, we are going to sing Hora de Despertar, and it's a very easy chorus, which is going to be on the screen while we sing, but I'm going to teach it to you quickly. All you have to say is Hora de Despertar.
Hora de despertar, hora de despertar.
You guys can do that. Okay, it's going to come up a whole bunch of times, and you're going to see it on the screen. Here we go. Let's wake up.
El sol brilla en mi ventana, las sombras bailan, los pájaros juegan afuera y sus cantes cantan. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, hora de aferrar el día. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, es un nuevo día. Estiro los brazos y los dedos de los pies, traigo las piernas hasta las orejas. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, hora de aferrar el día. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, es un nuevo día. Salto de la cama, me meto mis baños, me lavo los dientes, ato las zapatos. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, hora de aferrar el día. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, es un nuevo día. Saludo a mis hermanos, mi perro y mis gatos. Como mi desayuno, mis parientes me dan besos. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, hora de aferrar el día. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, es un nuevo día. One more time. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, hora de aferrar el día. Hora de despertar, hora de despertar, es un nuevo día.
Good job, everybody. All right, so to close out, I have a suspicion that many people are going to know our final song. So I'm not going to teach you the lyrics. But if you know it, please join in. Avram Avinu, Padre querido, Padre bendito, luz de Israel. This is like the Ladino Hava Nagila. It is sung at every simcha, every celebration. And today, this really is, it's a celebration. It is a celebration. We are performing. We don't know what will happen in the next few months. But my goodness, to be on this stage right now, it feels so good. So before we sing Avram Avinu, I want to again acknowledge Shai Bachar, my music partner for over a decade. And to all of you for coming out today, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that you will be our ambassadors out in the world to tell people that Ladino is part of a joyous, beautiful tradition that still lives on. I will be here after the show to talk to anybody who wants to talk to me. And we do have our new album here if anybody is interested. And thank you to everyone here at the Museum of Jewish Heritage and everyone who has made this concert possible. We are going to sing a song called Shabbat, which is not actually about Shabbat, but it is about passing traditions on from one generation to the next, which is what we are doing today. Grandmother is teaching her daughter, who is teaching her daughter, how to prepare for Shabbat. And we'll end with Avram Avinu. Please join in wherever you would like in this beautiful celebration today. Thank you again for being here.
Cuando renimbrara al campo salía, miraba en el cielo y en la estrellería, vi tu luz santa en la judería, sido premiada. Día en día él la preguntaba, ¿tienes la cara donde me ayudaba? Ella ya sabía el bien que tenía. Abraham vino, Padre querido, Padre bendito, luz de Israel. Abraham vino, Padre querido, Padre bendito, luz de Israel. Abraham vino, Padre querido, Padre bendito, luz de Israel. Abraham vino, Padre querido, Padre bendito, luz de Israel.
Thank you so much.